What's up, everybody? Chris here from Bold Canyon Outdoors, and I suppose you're wondering what the big disaster of cardboard is in my living room, but hey, what it is I wanted to put headliners in my Jeep. So what's the best way to do it? Of course, if you're me, it's the DIY way. I figured I can make them myself. Why not? You know, you have a lot of options for headliners. You can buy the Mopar liners. You can buy any number of aftermarket headliners. And essentially what they are is fabric, insulation, and something to stick them to the roof. And if you want to spend $200 to $500, $600, great. If you want to spend about 80 bucks, you can do it my way. So what I did was I took big cardboard boxes, I cut them open, put them up into the roof, and just started tracing and trimming and tracing and trimming until I got them to the right size. Took me a couple tries. So now I have the rear, the middle, and the freedom panels for the headliner patterns. Went to the local hardware store, got some spray adhesive and some Velcro, and we picked up some of this 1/2 inch thick foam board, insulated foam board here. That's going to be the body of it, and then of course we're going to cover it with fabric. Now, I was thinking we'd use speaker box fabric, something like that, or an indoor-outdoor carpet, so we still have to figure out what fabric we're using, but we've got the basics here. So next step is we're going to go out and we're going to find the right fabric to cover these with. Sometimes the right headliner fabric just finds you. Okay, so I've got 4 cardboard templates that I made, holding cardboard up and measuring and marking and cutting, and after some trial and error, I think we've got ones that'll fit. So I'm going to go grab one of the Freedom Top panels, and we're going to test fit it. Here's the Freedom panel and my template. It fits just about perfectly in there. Now keep in mind, the insulator board that we have is a 1/2 inch thick, so this fits right to this 1/2 inch. Is going to stick up a little bit, so there will be a tiny bit of gap there on the sides, but we're going to cover it in some thin fabric, so that should be about right. So I'm pretty happy so far. So on to the next step. Now it's just as easy as tracing out a template on the board. Got it sitting on my table here. Got my X-Acto knife, and we'll see if I can get it cut out, if I can cut any sort of straight line. Kind of went outside the line just a little bit. I'll probably have to trim it up again. These corners are the hard part. Because it's a curvy line. So we'll cut it with the tip of the razor blade, and then I'll see if I can get down deeper and follow the line I made in the foil. Like I said, it's kind of a pain. So I'll cut this piece out here. Then of course we're going to be covering it with fabric. Straight lines are nice and easy. So when you get to the curves, if you go slow, there we go. Let's see if I can get past this curve onto the long straightaway. Nice and easy. I might have to trim that up a little bit. Probably cutting a nice divot into my table, but this is the one that we use for painting and such, so not super worried about damaging it. Look at this corner here. I'm going to go outside the line on this one here. I got this foil to cut through, which is kind of a pain. And then plastic on the bottom, but the plastic is actually easier to cut through. Alright, let's see if I made it all the way through. There we go. So there's the first section. Should be pretty close to matching up to the template. Now, set this aside. Grab my Freedom panel piece. And we'll give it a quick test fit. I'll throw this right up on top, not gonna hurt anything. It's right down in there. So I can feel there's a couple little high spots, and you can see I cut outside the line in a couple of places. So I'm going to trim it up a little bit, and then it should fit nice and snugly right down in there. One of the reasons we went with a 1/2 inch, because I knew it would clear all these guys. You know, if you ran the 3/4 inch, we read another one where a guy did 3/4 inch, and he actually had to clearance it right here for this piece here. But the 1/2 inch should fit once it's sitting right down in. All right, on to the next step. So the Freedom Panel pieces are cut out and ready to have fabric cut out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it on my headliner, and I'm gonna give it about an inch, inch and a half. I'm gonna trace it all the way around and cut it, because we're gonna take these edges and we're gonna wrap them up over and glue them on. Give it a nice clean finish. So got it set on my headliner fabric, which is amazing. Trace it out and cut it. All right, so here's the moment of truth. So I've got the piece cut out for the Freedom Panel. I've got the fabric piece cut out to go on it. It is sitting upside down right now, so it's going to flip over onto this piece. Now we decided to go with the silver side facing the passengers on the headliner, because there's no printing or writing on it, so nothing will see through. Plus, I don't have any sun reflecting off of it, so the insulatory properties should be fine either way. So next up, I've got this heavy-duty Gorilla Spray adhesive. We looked at a few of them at the hardware store, but this one looks like it's good for fabric, and it's blurry and you can't see it anyways, so I'll just do that. So I'm going to spray it on here. I'm going to spray it on here. I'm going to let it dry for about a minute, and then I'm going to flip this over onto here. Okay, here we go. I can't even see if it's getting on there. I'm assuming it is, but we're going to put plenty on anyways. Make sure we get the edges. Okay. Now let's see how good I am at this. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half. Let's see if I can put one edge down. Oop. Flip the other edge up. Reposition it while my dog is throwing up. Never a dull moment. Okay. Oh, something underneath it over here. This insulation foam is super staticky. It gets everywhere. Joe, are you okay? Are you mad because we didn't take you out in the Jeep? Battery's allergic to this glue. All right, so we squeezed all the air and the bumps out of it. Let's take a look. So there we have it. So now I'm just going to let it sit like this for a while. I'll put it over here where I don't have glue on the paper. And I'm just going to let it sit and just let it dry for a bit. Then I'm going to flip it back over and I'm going to tuck the edges around. Then we are Velcro away from having my first part of the headliner put in. Okay, so now I've got it flipped over and I'm going around the edges and I'm gluing it over like this. As you can see, I made it a little bit here, gone part way. This side's a little close, it's going to be tough, but as we go, I put glue down, I let it get a little tacky, and then I can stick it into position and push all the air out of it. So this takes both hands, but we're making some progress. So here it is, the finished product. So there is my headliner number 1, number 2 is over there. I still got to tuck the edges on it, but this is the first one, and it fits in there perfectly. Nice fit. This will actually still move over it. So next up, I'm going to put some heavy-duty Velcro on all the seams and right down, I'll probably do both sides, front and back, and then down the middle, some Velcro pieces to stick it on. So we'll get that on, and I'm going to get it back in the Jeep and show you what it looks like. All right, so the driver's side is done. It's stuck on with some really heavy-duty Velcro, and I wiped down the inside of the top with some alcohol first, so I didn't show that step, but I will. We're going to get on to the second one here. So pass my mess over here. here is the passenger side, and it's all glued on top. I just put some spray glue down around the edges so I can finish wrapping it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, getting ready to put the passenger side one in. So I've got a little bit of rubbing alcohol, a little rag, and we'll take it, clean this up. So we're gonna have one big Velcro strip right here. The other one's gonna go right here. So we wanna get all the grease, grit, and grime off the surface area there. I'm gonna let that dry for a second, and we'll get the Velcro on, and we'll put the second one on, and we'll have both of the Freedom panels done. All right, we've got the Velcro strips on and exposed the sticky stuff, and now we're gonna drop in the second headliner, which will kind of center itself. Push it down in nice and tight. And obviously we don't want to smash the insulation or put big divots in it or dents, but the two Velcro strips, one's right here and one's right here, so we're going to put a little bit of extra pressure right there, make sure we're good and stuck. And there you have it, the passenger side headliner is done. Just put the Freedom panels back in with the DIY insulated headliners installed. Now this entire DIY project cost us less than 80 bucks. That's for the materials, the fabric, the insulated board, the glue, the Velcro, everything. So this is a great project, and I just wanted to put this together. I still have the back two to finish, but the front two took me way less than an afternoon, really easy to do, and I just wanted to show you guys this project so you can see that it's easy and it's fun, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. So that's it. That's the do-it-yourself JK insulated headliners project. And if you guys have any DIY projects that you're proud of, let me know in the comments. But for now, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and get ready for more cool content coming out. And hey, what pattern would you put for your headliner? So that's it for now, guys. The do-it-yourself JK insulated headliners. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. For Bold Canyon Outdoors, this is Chris signing off. Happy trails, everybody.